Now, in the previous video, we understood how big that big data is, and we have also seen some figures which were very difficult to believe, right? And I want to show you like one model, and then why big data has been picked up by industries, and why what people actually want to do, and why this big data is deriving the whole analytics industry. Is they are all connected with one rule, and then rule and the model, I would say, is being changed. You might have remembered some surveys, right? In your childhood you might have seen some surveys, for example, that like only 43% of the people in the whole world do brush, every morning, or maybe like people spend 30% of their income in their household thing. Or you might have studied that only 20% of the people are literate, only 3% of the people are computer literate, and so on and so forth. Now, I'm just going to talk about one logic over here, and that logic is that this model of generating and consuming data has been changed. Now, earlier there were fewer companies who were doing surveys, who were doing these analysis, who were collecting data, who were like on the piece of paper or on registers, and everybody else was consuming it for years, right? And they keep on saying the same thing for years, right? Though the numbers has been changed. However, the new model says that all of us are generating the data, and there are fewer organizations which are actually taking out inferences of it, right? We are all generating the data, and we are also consuming the same data. For example, if I go to a particular path every day, then I can define it as my office, and then I go to home every day, then I'm generating that data for a particular company, particular transportation or cab like Ola or Uber, and then eventually they can predict that, okay, it is 6:30 now, you might wanted to go home, right? Do you want me to book the cab for your home? And they will give you as a suggestion. So I'm also generating data, I'm consuming this data, and everybody else is also consuming the data which I have generated. For example, if there are like 100 or 200 people have reported that a particular building has got is their office, then probably it's a commercial building, right, where many people work together, right? There are some insights which you can draw from the data, and like Ola or Uber can use this data to route the traffic or route the cabs nearby to that location where they know that most of the people will be trying to pick up the cab. So you can actually drive insights from it, and then you can also start earning money. If you can route your all drivers nearby to that location, probably everybody will be picking up the cab and then going back to the home. So this is something which is very, very important for us to understand. Everybody is generating data, everybody is consuming data, and with all of us, right, also helping the businesses to grow, right? And what kind of analytics I can draw from big data? And I would like to quote couple of things, right? You might have seen this, like data is new oil and data is new gold, right? And what does it mean? Right, it means something like this. You pick up so I'll just read out the definition for it, and then I'll talk about this. Big data analytics is the process of examining large and varied data sets, that is big data, to uncover the hidden patterns, unknown correlation, market trends, consumer preferences, and other useful information that can help organization make more informed decisions. I want this data to be collected, I want this data to be organized, and if I am able to draw the right insight from it, it is no less than gold, because it is so costly that it can drive my business from 1% to 10% to 20%. I can, if I'm earning say 10 million a year, if I do the right kind of analytics, I may start earning 20 million a year, which is as good as gold, and I can keep on improving, right? So I hope you understand that where this big data is coming from, and why people are calling it as gold, and what kind of analytics you can draw from it. In the next video, we're going to talk about the companies which are using big data. Now let's understand what all these companies are using big data, and to name some of them, these are the bigger companies, like for example Yahoo, Adobe, IBM, MapR, Cloudera, AWS, Amazon Web Services, Intel, Hortonworks. These are the companies who are actually creating tools, and they're also using big data. They're the consumers of big data analytics. They are doing big data analytics in their own domain. And then there are some organizations which are using those tools, like Cisco is there, Dell is there, Lenovo, Zorto, Trintree, and then you have Intel, F5, Arista, Aruba. There are n number of organizations which are using big data analytics to enhance the customer experience and to increase the business offerings. Now these are some of the organizations which you might have heard of, like Dell, eBay, BBC, Uber, Stack Overflow, Netflix, Tripwire. There are multiple organizations which are using this, and this could be your prospective client if you know big data analytics. And I'm going to just give some of the names here. You might see some of the names repeated, but these are the bigger user of, I would say these are the worldwide users of the organizations which are doing big data analytics. So I hope you're getting the good sense of what is this big data. I'm also going to discuss what tools you can utilize for big data analytics, and how would you choose the tool. So I'll be covering up in the whole video. We'll be talking about the different tool comparison, what you want to do with the data, how you want to deal with it, and then according to that you can choose a tool. So there will be a video in the last which will be covering the whole analytics spectrum. The next I will be talking about a very interesting topic in the upcoming video. I want you to stay tuned with me so that we can learn that topic as well. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. You've got my email address. You can ask the questions there, or I can prepare a video for you which will help you understand the more impact of data analytics. I'll see you in the next video. Stay tuned.